Have you ever pondered over what life would be like without the internet? It's a thought that seems almost alien to us in this day and age. The internet has woven itself so intricately into the fabric of our daily lives that imagining a world without it feels like stepping back into a bygone era. The internet, this vast, global network of interconnected devices, has transformed our world in ways we could hardly have anticipated a few decades ago. Communication. Communication would undergo a fundamental shift without the internet. In this alternate reality, instant messaging and video calls would be non-existent. We would rely heavily on traditional mail services and landline telephones for correspondence. Imagine waiting days or weeks for a letter to arrive from across the globe, rather than receiving an instant email. Businesses would depend on telephones and fax machines for rapid communication, possibly leading to advancements in these technologies to facilitate faster data transmission. International calls would be expensive and reserved for important communications, contrasting sharply with today's seamless video conferences and real-time collaboration across continents. Face-to-face meetings would dominate business interactions, fostering stronger personal relationships, but limiting the efficiency and reach of global operations. Education. Education would remain rooted in traditional methods. Online courses and digital libraries would not exist, requiring students to rely solely on physical textbooks and in-person lectures. Research would involve extensive visits to libraries and manual searches through encyclopedias, making the pursuit of knowledge a more labor-intensive process. However, advancements might occur in educational aids, such as improved audio-visual systems in classrooms, enhancing the learning experience through innovative teaching methods. Access to information would be limited by the availability of physical resources, potentially creating disparities in educational opportunities between urban and rural areas. The lack of online platforms for learning and collaboration would restrict the global exchange of ideas and academic research, slowing down the pace of innovation in education. Business and economy. The absence of the internet would drastically alter the business landscape. E-commerce and digital marketing would not have revolutionized retail and advertising as we know it today. Local businesses might flourish more prominently, relying on physical storefronts and traditional advertising methods. Multinational corporations would face significant barriers to global expansion, conducting business primarily through physical meetings and international travel. Advanced telecommunication systems, possibly more sophisticated versions of telephones or fax machines, would facilitate faster business transactions across distances. The global marketplace would be less interconnected, with regional markets retaining distinct characteristics and consumer behaviors. Innovation in product development and market research would be slower, driven more by localized demand and traditional market analysis methods. Entertainment. Entertainment would revert to pre-digital forms. Streaming platforms, online gaming, and social media would be non-existent. Television, radio, and print media would dominate, potentially evolving with more advanced versions of cable TV or radio systems to cater to entertainment needs. Video games would be solitary experiences or local multiplayer events, lacking the expansive online communities and global competition seen today. The absence of digital entertainment might encourage a resurgence in physical activities and traditional forms of leisure. Cultural trends and popular media would spread more slowly, influenced primarily by local broadcasts and physical distribution channels. The entertainment industry would focus on creating tangible experiences through live performances, physical media, and community events, fostering a stronger sense of local identity and regional artistic expression. Alternative technologies. In the absence of the internet, alternative technologies might have thrived. Satellite communication could have become more prevalent, filling in some gaps left by the lack of global digital connectivity. Advances in telecommunication systems might have accelerated, facilitating improved long-distance communication capabilities. This scenario might have sparked greater investment in space exploration to establish reliable global communication networks, pushing humanity further into the realms of satellite technology and beyond. Innovations in data transmission and remote sensing could have revolutionized industries such as agriculture, environmental monitoring, and disaster response, leveraging satellite networks for real-time data collection and analysis. However, the reliance on satellite infrastructure would pose challenges in terms of cost, maintenance, and environmental impact, influencing the evolution of global communication strategies and technological development. Healthcare. In a world without the internet, healthcare delivery would be markedly different. Medical professionals would rely on physical records and face-to-face consultations rather than electronic health records and telemedicine. Access to medical knowledge and research findings would be limited to physical libraries and medical journals, potentially slowing down advancements in medical treatments and procedures. Remote patient monitoring and telehealth services, which rely on internet connectivity, would not exist, affecting the ability to provide timely care to patients in remote areas. Medical education and training would be primarily classroom-based, with fewer opportunities for virtual simulations and online learning modules. The absence of digital health technologies could hinder efforts to improve healthcare accessibility and quality on a global scale, particularly in underserved communities where internet access remains a challenge. Social impact. The internet has fundamentally reshaped social interactions and community dynamics. Without it, social relationships would primarily develop through face-to-face interactions, local gatherings, and community events. Social media platforms and online forums, which have become essential tools for organizing social movements and fostering global connections, would not exist. The sharing of ideas and cultural exchanges would occur through traditional media channels, such as newspapers, magazines, and broadcast television, limiting the speed and scope of information dissemination. The absence of virtual communities and online support networks could impact mental health and emotional well-being, as individuals rely more on physical proximity for social support and interpersonal connections. Reflection on dependency. Reflecting on our current dependency on the internet reveals its profound impact on our daily lives. From the moment we wake up, we rely on the internet for checking emails, accessing news updates, and navigating our daily routines. Social interactions are facilitated through social media platforms, dating apps, and online forums, connecting us instantly with friends and communities worldwide. Educational opportunities are expanded through online courses and resources, making knowledge accessible to diverse populations. Entertainment spans streaming movies, playing online games, and discovering new music, all available at our fingertips. Yet this dependency raises questions about privacy, misinformation, and our ability to disconnect. The internet's ubiquity has blurred boundaries between work and personal life, increasing expectations for constant availability and responsiveness. Privacy concerns have escalated with the widespread collection and sharing of personal data, challenging concepts of digital identity and individual autonomy. Misinformation and fake news have proliferated, amplified by the speed and reach of online platforms, influencing public discourse and undermining trust in traditional sources of information. Our reliance on digital technologies has also raised concerns about digital divide, exacerbating inequalities in access to education, employment opportunities, and essential services. As we conclude this exploration into an internet-free world, we're left contemplating a pivotal question. If given the choice, would you opt for a world with or without the internet? It's a complex decision, highlighting the balance between convenience and challenges that technology brings. Join the conversation and share your thoughts on how this pivotal invention has shaped our lives. Thank you for delving into this thought experiment with us. For more intriguing discussions and explorations of alternate realities, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for future insights into the impact of technology on society.